Hi everyone, we're going to take a look now at the questions on 267. Now, to be able to do these questions really good, I would like you to go back and do the work on it if you haven't already done that. Now, on the work on it, on the procedures, I would really like you to do procedure one, two, three, four. I'm going to leave five as optional. That's design a poster, a model, or brochure. I'll leave that optional. But the other four parts in the procedure are really going to help you gain knowledge on that. So before we do the communicate, we'll actually take a look at the think again, ask, discuss, and review on page 267. Okay, question number one was what makes the bands of color found on Jupiter? Okay, so, and what is the giant red spot? Now, there are massive winds on the planet, so the atmosphere of Jupiter is spinning rapidly, and it creates all these different bands of color from the wind moving the atmosphere so quickly. Now, the big giant red spot on Jupiter is not actually a spot, but it is a massive storm that has been going on for centuries. Question number two, is Saturn a heavy, dense planet? Explain your answer. Well, actually, Saturn isn't that heavy. It's actually not a very dense planet, and it rotates extremely fast. If you took a really good observation of Saturn, you would actually notice it's more balloon shaped than actually ball shaped. What is what is different about how the planet Uranus spins? Now, it is kind of an anomaly in the solar system. It essentially rotates on its side. So instead of spinning around this way, like pretty well all the other planets, it actually spins on its side instead. Four, why is Neptune sometimes called a big blue popsicle? Now, you have to remember that planets like Neptune are so far away from the sun that a planet like that actually releases more energy than it is gaining from the sun. So it is essentially a giant gas frozen popsicle. The communicate questions. Prepare a report about how one of the about one of the planets of the solar system used descriptions, pictures, and drawings. Okay, I hope you guys did do one on one of the planets. Two, well, that can be optional. If you created a game, could you please play that game to one of your younger siblings or another classmate to help them learn about the planets? And number three, I kind of find to be a little bit of a trick question. Create a scale distance and or a scale size model of the major components of the solar system. Okay, so if we're building a scale model, we could possibly do that if we had an 8-foot ball to represent the sun and maybe a little marble to represent the earth. That's kind of possible, I guess we could say, but to do a scale distance, I wonder if you guys remember that video I showed you earlier on in the year where the guys built an actual scale model of the solar system. So let's say we set up the sun on the uh, right on top of the school. Well, if we were to go out to Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, well, to make that model accurate, we'd probably have to drive all the way to Belle Plaine to set up our little marble.